Well, although the president arrives late tonight, the real festivities, the mile-long red carpet that's been rolled out by the British government in welcome for the Chinese president, doesn't really get underway until tomorrow. And then we'll have a full ceremonial welcome in Horse Guards parade. Hundreds of British troopers out in their red tunics and tall beaver hats. They will then take a ride down the mall here. You can see them all already dressed up for the occasion. The 5 gold stars of China hanging alongside Britain's Union Jack. They'll take that ride down the Mall in a royal carriage all the way to Buckingham Palace, which will be the setting for a grand state banquet later in the evening, attended, as you were saying, by 3 generations of royal family here in Britain, headed by Queen Elizabeth, but also everybody that's anybody in Britain, right up to the UK Prime Minister David Cameron. No stops are being spared in the welcome for the president. The importance that is being attached to what they're now calling on both sides, the Chinese side and the British side, the beginning of a golden era. Now that gold comes from trade, it comes from commerce, and it comes from finance. But first of all, they want to get out of the way, the pomp, the ceremony, the bits that the British do very well indeed.
Yes, indeed. I'm sure there's got to be a lot of pomps and ceremonies. But coming to the substance, what areas will the United Kingdom and China try to work out their cooperation over the next week?
Well, there are vast areas covering aviation. When the president is in Manchester, he'll be visiting Manchester Airport, where there is a huge investment from China in the airport there. It's interesting to note also that China owns some 10% of Heathrow Airport, Britain's busiest airport. It's in infrastructure projects. It's in every area of life. And during his state visit, the president will be involved in or signing around about 150 business deals. So it's going to be a big week for new business, but have a look at how much China already owns in Britain.
Here's a barren landscape on the edges of Manchester in Britain's northwest, offering a bleak vision of a post-industrial city, or, as developer Scarborough International would have you see it, a field of dreams funded by Chinese investment.
Our vision is it's going to be a true community. 2,000 homes for a variety of different occupiers, and around about 750,000 square feet of mixed-use space, so that's employment space, office, leisure, retail. It's going to be beautiful. It's going to be beautiful.
Significantly, it's money from China's Hualien Group in the western province of Xinjiang, which is helping unlock this land, part of a $2 billion project across 3 British cities.
This is an example of Chinese money being used to trigger a multi-billion-dollar project right across the north of England. However, if you're looking for real evidence of Chinese investment and Chinese business acumen piling into Britain, come with me. And here it is, a 1960s office block being converted into a 650-bed luxury hotel targeted exclusively at Chinese business people.
The Chinese owner of this project says there are so many business people and tourists coming to Britain from China, he'll fill this building near Manchester Airport every night. At Manchester Airport itself, the Beijing Construction Group were part investors in a $1.2 billion upgrade, while the China Investment Corporation has taken a 10% stake in Heathrow, Britain's busiest airport. Also on China's shopping list was one of the UK's oldest toy shops, Hamleys. The interest from Sanpower, already the owner of another iconic British name, the House of Fraser, bought for $800 million. When Sanpower's enigmatic owner, Yuan Yafei, signed the surprise takeover, he said he saw it as a means of delivering Chinese products to the world.
Retail is a channel. In the future, our products, the surplus of Chinese manufacturing industry, will have its own channel overseas. It will have a significant impact.
And that's not to mention Hinkley Point, where Britain hopes to build its first nuclear reactor in 2 decades. The detail of the deal still being talked about, but Chinese money would be on the table.
And so there you have it, already a substantial Chinese investment, but following this declaration by both sides, the Chinese side and the British side, that they want to develop a golden era, that commerce, that commercial link is set to grow over the next decade. Britain wants to see China as the second biggest trading partner it has in the world. The beginning of it, the state visit by the Chinese president, Mr. Xi.
Right, thank you so much, and we look forward to more reporting from you, Richard. Thank you. Well, President